Everyone, Great Power 60 here. Oh, I got up early. Oh, oh, oh. Just got up early. My grandson's got exams this morning, and he's got no way home. He gets on the bus to go to school, but got nothing to do all day. So I'm going to go pick him up. Let us go, let us go. Okay, we arrived. I went and buzzed her in. I must be getting a little bit of hives because I'm frustrated. Had to calm Mom down. Had to calm her down. My uncle had made a will. And in his will, he put his son as power of attorney, and his burial plot is already paid for. Everything's done. I told Mom that. Everything's done. I don't care what he said later in life. I don't care what he wanted later in life. In his will, all the legal papers say he's going to be buried with his ex-wife in Baie-Comeau. Mom calls me. We've got to go now. I got to find out what those boys are doing, blah, blah, blah. We had already discussed it at the hospital. I told her all the way here, why are you getting upset? It's already been discussed. It's already settled. We talked about it at the hospital. I talked about it all the way home. And again, she got upset and confused, and she couldn't remember. I had to have a cigarette. I let them go in. I buzzed them in. Let her go in. I don't like watching people die. I would love to be brave enough to hold somebody's hand and tell them everything's okay, and I wish I could do that. Truth is, I'm a little frightened of it. So, I don't like to see people suffer when I can't do anything. So I'm feeling a little bit, weary. No, wary. Not weary, wary. A little bit, not afraid. Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. Alrighty, so might as well just do an update. I kind of have two little clips in there. This morning I went and picked up my grandson. I'm going to try and talk loud because I'm using my laptop. My camera's being charged there, and it's the only chance I'm going to get. So this morning I had to get up early, went and picked up my grandson at school. He had one exam, and he was finished at 10:15, so I went and picked him up. And then I got a call from Mom, call me back. So, Mom, I'm in the car, just talk to me, She's all upset, she's freaking out, she's been talking to my, her cousins, not her cousins, well, I guess they are, yeah, her cousins, anyway, whatever. Stirring the pot. We went to visit my uncle, and as I was saying in the car, it's not that I'm afraid of death, I just don't like suffering. I don't feel comfortable. I did go in after my camera died. I did go in, and they have him very comfortable. He is all, laying there, just breathing. They gave him morphine to make his journey a little easier, a little bit more comfortable. The palliative care worker, there was one all night, 24 hours last night, and another girl did the day shift. Excuse me. She was very nice, and she said there was no change. I gave her my number. I know they're not supposed to, legally, they're not supposed to call anybody, but she did call me after her shift to let me know that there had been no change. Um, he's breathing, but he's not conscious at all. He's pretty much in a coma state, preparing his journey to meet his mom and dad and his sister and his brother, his little brother. Oh, I'm sorry for yawning. I was just watching something and somebody was yawning, and once they start, anyway, so I had to deal with my mom. When she gets stressed or flustered, she forgets everything. And we had already discussed it a half a dozen times, that my uncle has everything, the legal papers, his son is POA, everything's done. We stay out of it, is what I'm telling my mom. It is none of our business anymore. It is now up to his children to do everything. We have done a lot, and it's over. It's done. Someone had said to her, he doesn't want to be buried there, da da da. You know what? It doesn't matter what you say at the end of your life. If you have written it down legally, written it down, bought your burial plot, bought all of these stuff, it's paid for, it's done, it's ready. There is nothing you can do, especially if, one, you have Alzheimer's, or two, you have dementia, and you can no longer look after yourself. So this is a fair warning to everyone. Prepare and be sure it's what you want, because that's what's going to happen. I already talked to my uncle about it when when his dementia was just starting to set in, before it started setting in. We talked about all of these things, all of the things that I have done for him, that my mother and I have done for him in the past 3 years, 4 years, I guess, means nothing. I mean, we did what he wanted. But now that it's the end of his life, now that other things are happening, other members are saying, no, he wants to be buried with his mom and dad, blah, 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 blah. We don't care. I'm sorry, but what is legal is legal. What you sign off, you sign off. And if you don't want to give anyone any heartaches, you better make it clear to everybody exactly what's going to be happening. Because otherwise you've got 5 and 6 people saying, no, it's this, no, it's that. You know what? Sorry, it's just been, you have to deal with someone who's dying, and then you have to deal with all the idiots around saying, they're 2 cents worth. Well, I'm sorry, but nothing you can do. So please, if you are in a relationship with somebody other than who you were in a relationship before, where you had everything all planned and doing stuff, change it now, because if you don't, whatever it is going to happen. Whatever's written down in your will, whatever is written down in whoever's your power of attorney, be careful. Because you're going to give heartache to people that are behind, and then you're having people like myself who have to deal with it. And, I mean, to me, your body is your shell. Your body is not you. Put me wherever. I've already told my daughter, donate it all to, science, do whatever. Whatever they can use it. Because It's not my heart and spirit. It's not my spirit that they're burying. It's not my, it's this shell of a body. Anyway, it's just, it was a frustrating day. It was a frustrating day. And um, frustrating in that as people get older and their memory starts to go, what other people tell them is the first thing in their mind, and then they go back to memories like 10 years ago, and they don't remember the in-between, where we've already settled things, where everything was done, where, you know, today Mom understood after she saw her brother. She had a good cry. She told him she loved him. And she told him that Mom and Dad was waiting for him, and, you know, all the things that she needed to say. And I let her do her thing. And I also told her, you know, Uncle Hector's deaf, Mom, and even though he may be in a coma, if he can still hear you, you have to say it very close to his ear. So she did. And she said, I'm done now. We can go. So I hope I don't hear from these relatives again, because you know what? I am going to tell them the same thing I told my mom. Tell them to call his POA, his son. Tell him to call. Don't talk to us. Blah, 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 blah. Gossip. Gossip, gossip, gossip. I'm sorry. I'm calling all this family stuff. I mean, it's just, I went through this with my grandmother, my mom's mom. And these relatives are all related to my uncle, my mom, and my grandmother. They're all on that side of the family. I don't know them very well, so thank God. But I remember them, like we call them blah, yak, 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 yak. You know, giving their 2 cents worth and confusing my grandmother when she was alive. And I used to get angry. Anyway, and it wasn't just towards the end of her life. It was even as a little girl growing up. I remember these same relatives, you know, telling her one thing, another tells her another thing. You know, like, and my grandmother was not educated. She actually didn't go to school. She didn't learn to write her name until she was 50s, I think, 40s or 50s, I don't remember. She was quite old anyway. I mean, quite a bit older than a child. But, you know, some people just like to stir the pot. And it's done, it's done. So please, make sure whoever is in your family circle, make sure they know what your wishes are and leave it. I mean, write it down, get it signed, notarized, whatever you do. End of story. Oh my God. You know, it's bad enough having to deal with someone who is dying than to have to deal with all of this other, who cares where you're going to be buried. It's a shell. It's a body. It's no longer required by God or by you. You know, it is just the thing that we're put in. It's our soul that's put it in there. It's our personality. It's our life. When we have left our body, it's a shell. Anyway, I know some people feel very strongly about different things, and that's fine. That's fine. But, you know, just be careful of, you know, the consequences to everyone left behind on what your wishes are. This was not going to be a rant. This was not going to be, you know, a dump on you guys. I was trying to do an update because I had two choppy videos, one to go get my grandson and one when I was sitting outside being frustrated from having to, of course I have to speak loud, which is exhausting for me with my mom because she can't hear. I mean, anyway. So I get exhausted because I'm not used to speaking loud. I'm used to speaking softly. I'm used to, you know. So even this, trying to project loudly here is crazy. So, Friday, day 5. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, exercise, and what I want to do for me was on my planning side. On the actual what happened, I had to pick up my grandson at 10:30. Our last visit to my uncle. Mom had to go. We had did an outing. We were out together, so we had a few errands to run, bank and groceries and stuff. For breakfast, I had a cup of tea. I brought it with me in the car. For lunch, while we were out, we got a plate of chicken and fries. So we had that for lunch. I only had a couple of fries. And for dinner, I had a ham and cheese sandwich with a salad. I also had some juice, and then I realized after I went out with groceries that I forgot orange juice. I think I was mentioning earlier I like to mix orange juice and my cranberry blueberry juice together. It is so delicious. Anyway, and I thought, oh, and when I went out grocery shopping, I bought a bag of frozen veggies. I think it had peaches, pineapple, and one other thing, and I can't remember what it was. Peaches, pineapple, something. And I thought I'd try some smoothies. A couple of comments, one of my subscribers, I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. Anyway, suggested smoothies. Why not? I've never been fussy on them, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Stretching exercises for me today. I had done only 5 reps of 5 exercises just a little while ago. I'm not going to videotape every time I do it, unless you guys want to see it. You can let me know in the comments. This little fat thing is kind of funny looking doing exercises. I don't know if that's really interesting to anybody. That is my update. Oh, and I also got some snail mail today, and it's from Donna Murphy. I'm sorry, love, I don't have it with me, but thank you so much for the tea. I'm really going to try that. That's awesome. And I'm going to, did I do one already? Videotape? I'm going to start tonight. Tonight. I'm staying home. Hope. And I'm going to get some card making done. I've joined Lisa from Lisa's Halls. She is trying a little card making contest, collab contest kind of thing. She's doing. Go check her out, Lisa's Halls. Send her an email if you want to participate. I sent her one from my new email address. I have a new email address for it's 2016 graypower60@gmail.com. I decided that rather than have my own personal email on there, I would rather have my, and that way I kind of keep my personal separate from my fun-loving friend YouTube videos. So my new email is 2016 graypower60@gmail.com. So you can send me emails from there if you'd like to know anything, find out anything. That's what that is. And I better write it down, but I actually let you know that. New email. It's always good to write these little things down. I mean, if I'm keeping a journal, I might keep a journal about everything. Oh, I better put rant on here. Rant about burials, because it was burial. Rant about burials, legal stuff. Guys, please, for the sake of the rest of us that's left behind, bad enough that we are mourning you. Now we have to deal with this baloney. 2016 graypower60@gmail.com. Alright guys, that's it for me. I've ranted long enough. 16 minutes. I didn't plan on that. Plus put together to be 20. I was really trying to condense these, but after my rant, you know, I may not put it up. I may redo the video. I'm not sure. Should keep it real, right? Talk to you soon. Bye for now.